Alright guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julia. Welcome. I make videos on motherhood. Right now it's actually just all motherhood. Excuse me as I am adjusting. I'm kind of filming in a new area, so it's going to take a little tinkering, but anyways, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about mastitis and how to get rid of mastitis without taking any antibiotics. So a little background. If you hear her playing or like cooing or anything, I have Sarah right here. She's on her play mat and she has the little jungle gym right above her. So she's just playing. So a little backstory. With my first daughter, Eleanor, she's 2 now. I nursed her for a full year. I didn't do exclusive breastfeeding. When she was about 9 months, I started supplementing with formula because my supply was drying up. I was going through postpartum depression and anxiety, and pumping was just a huge trigger for me, so I had to start supplementing. Before that, when I think she was right around the 6-week postpartum mark, I noticed that I felt like I was getting the fever. It honestly felt like I was getting the flu, and it happened very quickly in a span of like 30 minutes or so. And it was really weird because I was feeling completely fine. I was just going about my day, and then all of a sudden I got hit with what felt like the flu. And I had read up on clogged ducts, and when you are in the hospital, especially as a first-time mom, they really talk to you about mastitis and what to do when you get one, what it feels like, that kind of stuff. And it didn't register to me that I had mastitis. I thought it was just a clogged duct because I could go about my day and I could function, but you know, I felt sick. So I thought I just had a clogged duct. And I got mastitis with Eleanor like 2 or 3 times, and I never got a clogged duct with her. And now with Sarah, she just turned 4 months. Around the same postpartum time period, around the 6-week mark, I got mastitis for the first time while nursing her, and it hit me very quickly. It hit me very hard. It actually happened on my birthday. That was the first time I got mastitis with Sarah, and it was just super painful. And since then I've gotten it 3 more times, I think it was, and 1 or 2 clogged ducts. The difference between mastitis and a clogged duct is very significant, but we will talk about that later. So I actually did a poll on Instagram, and this was a few weeks ago, and I had asked if you guys would be interested in me doing a video. Sorry, I'm going through postpartum hair loss. It's happening a lot sooner than it did with Eleanor, so like I'm shedding a lot. I apologize. I took a poll on Instagram and I asked you guys if you wanted to have me do a video on how I get rid of mastitis without taking any antibiotics, and how I do it quote unquote naturally. And a whole bunch of you guys said yes. I don't think I had one person say no, which is good, because who really wants to take antibiotics if you don't have to? It just messes with your body, and then you have to fix the damage that the antibiotic did after you're done taking the antibiotic, and it's just a hot mess. So if you don't have to take antibiotic, then this is the video that you want to see. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I wrote down all my thoughts because, you know, mom brain, and I have it sectioned into 1, 2, 3, 4 little what's it called, sections. So what exactly is mastitis? So it is just inflammation of the breast and or under the breast, and it's caused by breastfeeding. Isn't that right? Because you love mama's milk. And what causes it? It's trapped milk within the duct. So if you feel like you're getting a clogged duct, it's just uncomfortable. You can still function. I mean, you can still function with mastitis, but with a clogged duct, it's more just uncomfortable, and it's more of a nuisance. With mastitis though, it feels very, very, very painful. And some of the symptoms of mastitis, and okay, so I should have backtracked. Okay, I should have said this at the very beginning of the video. I am not a medical professional. If you know that, if you know me, you know I'm not. I just like to do my own research. I like to test different things. I like to take the more holistic, natural route if I am able to. I don't have anything wrong. I don't have anything against the medicinal field. I just prefer the more holistic approach to things. So with that being said, this video is from my own experience and from what I have gathered and what works for me. So what are some of the symptoms of mastitis? For me, it starts off with, I notice that my body is starting to ache and I just feel a little off. I will be going about my day and then I'll have a second to kind of like catch up on my breathing and just like a moment to relax to where it's not chaos, and then I will notice I'm like, okay, something doesn't feel right. My body feels a little achy, my joints kind of hurt a little bit, and then it'll dawn on me like, oh man, you're getting mastitis again. I don't notice it in my breast right away. I just notice it within my entire body. I just feel like I'm starting to come down with something. And then shortly after that, within a few hours or so, it'll hit me very, very, very hard. And it feels like I honestly have the flu. I will have a fever. Sometimes it's low grade, sometimes it's a little higher. And then again, my body just really aches. My joints really hurt. I can still function, but it takes a lot out of me. And it's very, very, very draining. It honestly feels just like the flu without the vomiting or like anything like that. It's been so long since I've had the flu that I can't even remember like what is associated with the flu. So obviously just pain, flu-like symptoms, a headache. Some women experience vomiting, some women experience nausea. If you look on your breast at the inflamed area, you will notice that it's very, very, very red. Hi, it's very red. And it's very warm to the touch. Like for me, it is very, very, very hot, and I can see it is just red right in that area where the clogged duct is at. And typically where I get it, I get it in one of two spots. I either get it like right on the side, like right here, or I get it under my breast where gravity just works against me in that sense, and all of the weight from the breast and from the milk is just putting pressure directly on the clogged duct, and it makes it that much more painful. Now, some of the things that I do to get rid of mastitis. Again, I'm not a medical professional. These are just some of the things that I've done research on or I've come across while reading stuff on the internet, so take it with a grain of salt, but these are just some things that work for me. So one thing that I will do is I will continue to nurse and I will continue to pump. Those are the two things that you absolutely want to do. If your baby is not nursing, you want to be pumping. If you have the ability to pump, even if it's just a hand pump, do it, because it is going to work the clogged milk within the duct out. I know it's going to be super painful while you're nursing, while you're pumping. Trust me, I get that, because the last thing that I want to do when I have mastitis is nurse. I would rather just give her some frozen milk that I have stashed in the freezer and not nurse and not pump. But that is the last thing that you want to do. You want to continue nursing and you're going to want to continue pumping if you have a pump. If you don't have a pump, nurse, nurse, nurse. But with that, you don't want to neglect the other breast that you don't have mastitis on. So what I will do is I will work up the courage to nurse her, and I will always have her nurse on whichever side I have mastitis on first. I'll make sure she gets a good feeding from that side, and then I will kind of just finish her off on the other side, just so the other side has a little bit of relief. There's not so much clogged milk in there, which will lead to mastitis on the other side. And I have had that happen to me before. I will get rid of my mastitis, and I always get rid of my mastitis in 48 hours or less. It's never lasted more than 2 days for me. But it just depends on you and what your body makeup is. So I've gotten rid of mastitis, and then I wake up the very next day and I have mastitis on the other breast. So I've had it back to back before, twice. I want to say it's been either 2 or 3 times. And I will just repeat the same things that I'm going to go over with on the other side, and it'll be gone very quickly. So like I said, you're going to want to nurse, and you're going to want to pump. And with that being said, you are going to want to make sure that you're staying very, very, very hydrated. Either chug water, Gatorade, anything with electrolytes is what you're going to want to take. I prefer not to have a Gatorade just because I don't like the dyes. So what I will do is I have a thing from Costco of, oh, it's okay, of liquid IV. So I will take about 3 of those a day. I don't think there's any limit on the amount you can take, and it just helps replenish me and make sure that I'm staying hydrated. And another thing that you can take is coconut water or body armor. Again, I prefer not to take the body armor just because of the dyes in it and the added sugars, but it really helps boost up my milk supply and make sure that I'm staying very hydrated, because you're going to want to continue nursing and pumping. Another thing is using a hot compress. I think it is from Lansano, however you pronounce it. They make, ooh, the sun is being a little weird because it's getting to that time of the day where the sun is setting, so just bear with me. They have a hot and cold compress combination, like a 2-in-1 kind of thing. So you can either stick it in the microwave for, I want to say it's less than 30 seconds, and then you can stick it in your bra right on the what's it called, the inflamed duct, or you can stick it in the freezer and stick it in your bra right on the clogged duct, and both work wonders. Hi, are you gonna talk? You're gonna talk. She's really finding her voice right now, and it's so cute. So either a hot or cold compress works really, really well. Okay, you want mama to hold you? You want mama to hold you? Come here, baby. Are you gonna make a camera appearance? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alrighty. And then one of my favorite ways to, okay, let's just move since she's being held, and okay. Ooh, mom life. Okay. One of my favorite things to do to help alleviate some pain and to really work at the clogged duct is I will take a very, very, very long and a very, very, very hot shower. And the reason for this is not only is it like a little bit of quiet time that I have to myself at the end of the night or whatever time of day, but having the hot water just really helps to alleviate the pain of the clogged duct and mastitis. So what I will do is, I should have showed you guys before. Okay, so in the hot shower, I will have gravity work in my favor. I have a detachable shower head with the different massage settings. So I'll put it on a massage setting where it's not super painful, and I will hand express my milk out in conjunction with having the shower head hitting it to kind of like massage it out. So it's, I don't know if you can like visualize it. So, and I also dangle at the same time. So gravity's really working in my favor. So what I will do is I'll just like, this is so awkward to explain on camera. It's so awkward. I will just kind of hunch forward and kind of like let your boobs dangle. And with one hand, have the shower head and massaging your breast. And with the other hand, while you're still dangling, hand express the milk out. And it's going to be really painful at first until you can do it for a few seconds and you're really getting the milk out. And then it will be very comfortable, not comfortable, but it won't be so painful. Like you'll be able to do it without feeling the pain from the mastitis. And try to do that for as long as you can, because again, it's just like with nursing or with pumping. You're wanting to get rid of that clogged duct, and you want to get rid of that trapped milk within the clogged duct. So doing that really helps, and it's painful, it's uncomfortable, but it helps. And another thing that I like to do is, so when I'm nursing and after I nurse her on the side that has the mastitis on, and then I switch over to the other side so she empties out the other breast a little bit, I will massage the side that has mastitis just so I am continuously working that milk out. And I will hand express at the same time. So massage, hand express, massage, hand express. And then something else that I recently discovered after having mastitis with Sarah for the first time, because I was so desperate to try to find a quick relief with after having mastitis with Sarah, because I had a toddler I had to take care of, and she's rambunctious. She's 2 years old. She's very curious, so she's all over the place. What do you expect from a 2-year-old? And I need to get rid of my mastitis very quickly. And I came across, I think it was from Mama Natural. She has an article. I'll try to find it and I will link it down below, of what to do, like natural remedies to get rid of mastitis or clogged duct. And it said cabbage leaves. I was like, okay, like that's kind of weird. Never heard of that one before, but okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm pretty desperate. So I had Josh pick up a head of cabbage, and it says to peel back the first few layers so you get to the third or fourth layer, and then rip off some leaves. And they said you can either crush it in your hand or kind of roll a rolling pin over it just to break the veins within the leaves. And I don't know what it is within the leaves that provides relief, but it works. So I will I will break the veins of the cabbage leaves, and I will stick a few leaves in my bra, and not only the coolness from the cabbage leaves, but whatever is in the leaves that helps to alleviate the pain and get rid of the mastitis quicker. It feels really nice. And they say not to do it constantly because for some reason it will dry up your milk supply, and that's what a lot of moms do when they are weaning, is they will put cabbage leaves in their bra to help dry up their milk supply. So I will put a few leaves in my bra and I'll leave them in for a few hours, and I will only do that like once a day just because I don't want to dry up my milk supply. And then last two things that that work. The last one, I haven't tried it yet, but I'll explain why. Another thing that I have done recently within the last 2 times I've had mastitis is I will put coconut oil on the clogged duct, like right where it's red, and I will also put lavender essential oil on it. And I use the Young Living essential oils, and I will alternate or sometimes even mix the oils together depending on what I have on hand. If I'm at work, I only have the lavender oil with me, and if I'm at home, I have the coconut, and I think I may have one more lavender somewhere, but I for sure have coconut oil here. And the last thing that you can do to help get rid of your mastitis, it goes in conjunction with massaging your breast. It is taking an electric toothbrush and running it across your breast and really focusing on the inflamed clogged duct. And the reason for it is you're massaging it. You're trying to work the milk out faster. I don't have an electric toothbrush, so I don't have the ability to try it. So that's why I included it, just because it's something that I've come across, and actually several moms on Instagram that I follow have tried it and they say that it really works. So that is it, you guys. I hope that this video is helpful for you guys. There's nothing wrong with taking an antibiotic if you have mastitis, but I'm the type of person that if I don't have to take medication, I am not going to. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll try my best to answer them. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I don't claim to be one. This is just some of the stuff that I've tried that I know for a fact works for me. So, hi. My other daughter is waking up from her nap, so just in time. I will see you guys next time. Bye.